state involvement. The state enterprise sector is supposed to contribute to the economy through foreign exchange earnings, employment, dividend payments, and taxes. Instead, many state enterprises have accumulated significant losses, imposing a substantial fiscal drain on the treasury and a drain on the taxpayer. Let me read that for you again. This is in the UNC's manifesto, not the PNM's. Many state enterprises have accumulated significant losses, imposing a substantial fiscal drain on the treasury, just like the UNC, and a drain on the taxpayer. We have seen where state agencies have mismanaged, aided, and abetted by the government. It's all right. So here the UNC's plan. Following consultations, a new UNC government will review, assess, and determine, and determinations will be made on which state enterprises will, which enterprises, the state may want to continue to hold on to on behalf of the people. 2, which would serve the country better if they were out of the government's hands. What you call that? 3, which would do better as public-private partnerships. And 4, which will assist with research and policy direction for government in terms of climate change, poverty reduction, and so on. We will gradually reduce the level of state ownership or remove government from several state enterprises which have no strategic national importance or are a financial drain and have no prospect of viability. Let me read that again. We will gradually reduce the level of state ownership or remove government from several state enterprises which have no strategic national importance or are a financial drain and have no prospect of viability. These functions should be better carried out by the business sector. Repeat that too. These functions should be better carried out by the business sector. Last week, Mr. Sabga, talking about that. Government shouldn't be involved in business. Yes, but keep Rowley in the back pocket of the 1%. But who advocating that the government should exit business in the manifesto? Who's saying hand over state enterprises to the business sector, the private sector? Who's saying that? That's not in the PNM manifesto. But we continue. Transform the remaining state enterprises to publicly owned companies. We will recapitalize the remaining state enterprises if necessary, placing up to 49% of their shareholding on the local stock market. We will tender the management of publicly owned state enterprises to private companies in an open tender bidding with clear pre-qualification and evaluation criteria. We will step away from government interference in these state enterprises and negotiate performance contracts with successful private companies to ensure that these entities are run efficiently while the government receives payments through taxes and dividends from profits generated. We must engender a business development approach with strategic financial objectives. Failure to meet these objectives must have review and repercussions. Decision makers must be held accountable for their actions or inactions. The bottom line, these companies must be profitable. Let me repeat that last line. The bottom line, these companies must be profitable. The old days are gone. That's in the UNC manifesto. That's in the UNC manifesto of 2020. So when I hear people like Padarat coming out to talk about Janjat and Kamla Prasad says, oh, all of a sudden they're so concerned about state assets being sold out. Miss us with that BS. Bunch of blasted hypocrites, basket of deplorables. You see, as you think, well, I figure everybody notice, but those of us who remember and pay attention, you ain't gonna pull wool over everybody's eyes. It's right there in black and white to remind you all that if it is you had put God out of your collective thoughts and put them in power in 2020, let me tell you what they were going to do here. So the very same thing that they want to be condemning now is the very same thing they told you bold on page 48 and to page 50 in the manifesto for 2020 is what they were going to do. So to listen to them come now and talk nonsense and crying crocodile tears and oh this and that and they're feeling sorry for the workers and the defense. Please, all your foolishness, folly. It's right there in your manifesto. The bottom line is these companies must be profitable. The old days are gone. That is what they have in their manifesto. And if it is that TSTG is telling you now, look, we're not making money. This is why we're not making money. Okay? Now, they've introduced new technologies and so on. Now, I commiserate with the workers. And I would love to hear that there's something else that could be done to save these jobs, because at the end of the day, people have bills to pay, they have their mortgage to pay, their rent to pay, food to put on the table, children to send to school, and so on. But I take issue with the government in waiting, as they call themselves. Government in waiting. Pretending now, when the evidence will show that in your last incarnation, when you were in office from 2010 to 2015, you, TSTT, under all you, devised a restructuring plan that spoke to 700 workers, 25% of TSTT's workforce having to go home. But all of a sudden now you have a problem with the same 25%? Padarat? Really? You're talking about divesting state enterprises, but all of a sudden now you want to talk about TSTT's assets of the citizens of this country? So when you all drafted this manifesto, you didn't know that? You didn't take that into consideration?
Nope.
Padarat? So is it that you're mama guiding us then or no? Which one? So we know, you see, convenient for let's come and talk that now because they figure, hey, blood in the water, government unpopular, right? And it's just a whole convergence of all kind of thing coming now, and this one hate the government and that one hate the government, and so on. So let me just throw some more in the mix. I saw a guy, Bruce, do a post on Facebook, again for the same carnival thing and the pods and so on, saying that all the UNC need, all Kamala Persad needs to do to win the election in 2025 is just stay alive. That the election is just a formality, a foregone conclusion that the UNC is going to win the election in 2025 because this government is unpopular and all the things that the government is doing, whatnot, and the people fed for the government, right?
Dominic, you see that statement?
Mm-hmm.
The government is unpopular.
Mm-hmm.
To the persons that's saying this, you ever ask yourself, why is the government unpopular?
Mm-hmm.
Is the government unpopular because they're making certain decisions which is supposedly guided to assist in keeping us alive, and we have a problem with that?
Mm-hmm.
Because of our own different beliefs?
Yes.
Okay. Just asking. Just asking.
Yeah. But even if the case is so that the government is unpopular, Bruce, you see again, it is because people choose to hold on to a particular narrative, right? And when I can hear people say that all the UNC, all Kamala needs to do to win the election is just stay alive, and it's a foregone conclusion, it tells me about the thinking of the citizens of this country. That you are going to vote for the UNC, not because the UNC has done anything in the last 6 years to convince you that they are a transformed party, not because the UNC has done anything in the last 6 years to show you that they've cleaned up their act, not because the UNC has done anything to restore confidence of the population in them. You would then vote for the UNC because you work with the PNM. You don't like how Dr. Rowley ran in the country. So I couldn't care less. I'm thinking about, well, what would a government under the UNC offer? And let me throw my mind back to 2010 and 2015 and see that the majority of the players who were there then are still around. And I know what they gave, right? I'm not going to throw my mind back to 1995 to 2001 and see that a lot of the players who were also part of that administration are still around, waiting in the wings to come back, right? I'm not going to throw my mind back to the fact that between 2010 and 2015, every Monday morning I'm hearing about some minister in some racket, some minister coercing some contractor to get money, some minister named get calling a wrong stand up with kickbacks, bag of money business, all of that. I'm studying that, you know. I'm not studying about all the projects that took place under them and that were over budgeted. I'm studying that. No, I couldn't care. I don't care. I'm not going to think back to, well, one man get $34 million just so, and the country even get as much as a sticker chalk or a paper clip for that $34 million. He has now gone on to the great beyond, right, Mr. Daniel? He's no longer on this side of the plane, and therefore that money lost, turn away for the state to get back that. So that $34 million gone. And I'm studying that they paid one man $11.1 million to leave the work in FCB to become the Minister of Finance and still pay him a salary for the entire time that he was Minister of Finance. No, I'm not concerned that they spent $88 million on a fence around by the prison in Aruka there, and all that fence has been guarded for the last 10 years or so, or how long it's been around there. There's a set up bush, so perhaps we should hire Trevor Sears to go inside there and see what he could do, what bush he could find and whatnot, and perhaps monetize it, and the state could get a little kakada. Who get our contract? $88 million, as one prison officer described it to me as a eater food. That was an eater food project, right? No nexus with the prison, because if you've gone inside it, you will see between where the fence ends, or where the fence ends and where the prison begins, you have a big car park separating the two, right? So that facility there is of no use or benefit to the prison, right? We're studying that. We're not studying, well, they spent $300 and something million to buy a whole massive warehouse up in Santa Rosa when they were locking up African people left, right, and center during the state of emergency in 2011. When the Attorney General say, lock them up and we're going to find the evidence after, right? When it is that building, according to Jack Warner, was offered to him for $17 million, and he refused it because he felt it was overpriced. And then they come and pay $230 million spent after spending almost $30 million in rent and another $50 million to outfit it to create a prison, right? That is now not in use. We're not studying that. We're not concerned. We're not throwing our minds back to the fact that they bought a piece of land that was valued at $52 million, and they paid $175 million for it, and it baffles the mind of even the best architect and the best valuators in this country as to how you went from $52 million valuation and pay $175 million after the company that owned the land bought it for $5 million 1 year before and was calling a price of $200 million, and you break them down to $175. Okay? We ain't studying that. We're not studying the fact that $139 million was spent to refurbish the penal recreational ground, and all they did was probably put some grass in the wet patches on the field, and they built a new pavilion. So I don't know if it is that the sinks and so on in that pavilion is made from 14-karat gold, and they probably use tiles made out of whatever karat diamonds and so on, right? I would love to see $139 million. We're not concerned about that. We're not concerned that they took $7 billion from the Treasury to build a highway that is still incomplete. No, we're not concerned that the former Prime Minister, the leader of that party, spent over $6 million on helicopter rides when it is that the official Prime Minister's residence was less than 5-minute drive away from her office, right? But she chose instead to continue to live in her private residence, where we had to provide security for there too, security for the Prime Minister's residence, and helicopter, right? Every evening, helicopter come and land in the savannah, and she jump in the car from Sweetbriar Road or wherever it is there, and they just drive around the savannah, drive into the savannah, she jump on the helicopter and she go home. And then in the evening, in the morning when she ready, and the days that she used to work, the 2 or 3 days that Gary Griffith told her she used to work, helicopter pass, land up in the yard or the house, wherever, and she jump in and she gone. Right? Yeah, playing Miss Tourist, according to the Kitchener. We're not concerned about that. We're not concerned about $50 million spent on voices your government working for you so that they could show you every time they cut a ribbon for a standpipe, or they pave 1 kilometer road, or they set up a community center and put 2 computers. We ain't concerned about that. We're not concerned about the fact that they spent $20 million on a happiness campaign to tell you and me what it means to be happy, right? And what was that $20 million spent on? Radio and TV ads and putting ads in the newspaper, right? Now, you would have made people, that $20 million could have made people a lot happier if you had just stood up on Frederick Street, and as people pass, you hand them $100. They would have been much happier than that, so rather than open my papers and say, yeah, look a ad here with a quote. What it is to be happy, right? And that made you happy. You know who that made happy? The advertising company that got the $20 million to run these ads and the money up in their bank account. That is who was happy. You were happy about that? Some only even know what I'm talking about. That's the tell you, because we got money spent. We're not concerned that they spent over $1 million through NGC to buy tickets to the South Cancer Fest for the big boys in the UNC, right? We're not concerned about they put people on boards who decided to take advantage of their position, give 19 tickets, airline tickets, round trip to their friends and family to attend their Mother's Day concert in New York. No, we're not concerned about that. We're not concerned that one of the ministers in that government went out one day to drink too much, left his phone by the bar, and when they found the phone and they open it up and they go to text messages, they see messages between he and contractors making arrangements to deliver the bag of money, Crocus bag of money, right? And they call him, I think Silverhawks or whatever it is. Yeah, got a code name for him too. We're not concerned about that.
No.
We're not concerned about Jack Warner making the claim that certain people received 2 checks totaling $8 million from 2 financiers to facilitate Section 34. We're not concerned that we had the largest cabinet in this country's history, a set of nonsense ministries where they took departments and units out of other ministries where they were functioning well to create new ministries so that we could create jobs for the boys, right? Paying extra salaries that need not to have been paid, extra perks and so on. Giving more and more people access to be able to buy cars and get the write-off of the taxes and VAT and all of them different things. The same thing all they're griping about for the last couple of years, right? That 33 of them were able to access that. Right now, the cabinet consists of about 23 people. We're not concerned about live sport. That started off at 6 million and ballooned to over 400 million, and we had companies names of dustbin divers and so on getting contracts, millions of dollars in contracts. Right? We're not concerned that a man who only bumping his gum now on a program called the Underground Report was getting big contracts, so kind of $90-something thousand a month to run program on the radio to talk the government good. We ain't concerned about that. We're not concerned about a certain man who everybody know in love with, who is the leader of a political party called the PEP, who had proposed a program called Equal Time, where he was proposing that this program would be held on CNMG, and he would be the host because he's the best person, because nobody could talk like he. And basically what the purpose of that program would be is to sanitize the disgraced ministers. So all who get a name called up and wrong stand up, they would come on the program and we would talk and, paint our pictures of everything nice and rosy. And for that, he wanted $92,000 a month. We are studying now. We're not concerned about that. We're not concerned about the minister of 92 grand a month he wanted. We're concerned that the minister of housing at that time came and tell us housing development in terrestrial lands that it have over 1,200 houses ready for distribution. And when the media went there to see these houses, all they found was a load of gravel, a load of sand and tobacco. So I don't know if the 1,200 houses was houses that they built for ants, but apparently that's the case. No! We're voting for the UNC because we like the PNM. Right?
Oh, God.
Yes, all who like to say, they thief, but they do. Yeah, they thief, but they do. So that's okay. We don't mind that they thief, but at least they was doing things, right? Under them, the roads was paved. Don't mind. Right up by me here, Bruce, that piece of highway from the Omera Lights go down to Signature Park there. In the space of about 6 months, they paved that same stretch of highway 4 times, the same contractor. All the equipment was parked up there by the lights, right? Those of us who live up on that side, we would know. It was parked up 4 times they paved that same stretch of highway. But Bruce, when the government paved down by you the other day, they vexed. Nothing was wrong with the road. Wasting money to pave down on that side. And yes, but all that is forgiven. So they would have served 10 years of penance, Bruce, in opposition, and that is sufficient. We're ready for them again. Yeah, so let them come in. All of them. All of them who waited in the way.
I keep telling you that you have to break it down so that you can understand. If they paved the road 4 times, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the road supposed to last 3 years.
Yes.
3 4s. 12 years, the road lasting.
But it didn't even last 3 weeks.
You see, because they didn't lead them, let them play it good. They were supposed to pass 5th.
Yeah. Yeah, but most we not studying one thing. No.
What's supposed to happen there is when people on that stretch, right? Let me say it have homes or businesses coming to go on that stretch or already on that stretch, right?
Right.
When the people come out of the business or their homes, they have to step up. Step up in our life.
Right.
That is the reason for paving it 4 times. You have to understand the thing, Dominic. You have to read between the lines, you know.
Well, all right. Well, I understand it now.
If we start to think like that, we go understand them better.
Yes. Yes. They thief, but they do. But remember the saying, the upholder is worse than the thief, right? So all who are that man, sure they thief, but they do. You know what the scripture say? All you're worse than them. Because you all are the upholders, right? But all of that is forgotten. Let us forget that under them we had a certain minister who was giving out houses, and the requirement was that you needed to get down on your knees and genuflect before him and pray, right? As I say, chant on the mic. That's why don't forget that. Yeah, we're not concerned about that. Let us not forget that Larry Hawaii said that contrary to what the Douglas said, that he didn't know Adolphus Daniel. Let us not forget that Larry Hawaii said it was he, the former Minister of Sport, who brought Adolphus Daniel to him. Okay? Resulting in $24 million being paid. But yeah, that's all right. Forget them saying they will have served 10 years of penance in opposition, 10 years in opposition wilderness, and we're ready for them to come back again. Yes, let me put back anti-cams. Okay? And she not attending cabinet meetings, she not attending meetings of the National Security Council, of which she would be the head of all these things. Forget all of that. Yeah, be okay with them things, man. Because you know why? Now, especially because the roads have a set of potholes. And that is more pressing, and we find that that is egregious enough to put back those people. The same Jawala, they put a man in to serve as the central bank governor. And what did he do? Change up the methodology for distributing foreign exchange, which is when the shortage really became acute. So give out license now to family and financiers now so that central bank could get them US too. And they could decide who they're giving it to. Okay, to the partners and so on. And then all they want to come and talk a certain nonsense. Spend a certain money just before he left office to buy a brand new Porsche Macan. Yes. Just after he announced the country recession, you're going and buy a brand new Porsche Macan, taxpayers' money. But we forget them thing now, man. That's water under the bridge. But when the bridge collapsing, all of a sudden they want now report and audit into Mosquito Creek. But when the bridge collapsed in St. Joseph, well, they didn't want to audit report then. You all didn't want no forensic report into that. Up to now, we still don't know. But anyway, let me forget all them things. Let bygones be bygones and bring them back. I was tell you something. All they put God out all their collective thought. All their PNM who want to vex with Dr. Rowley and all they vex with the PNM and all they ain't going and vote. And then when 2025 come and all they let them come back into power. You see me? I want nothing to do with radio after that, you know. I don't look for me to come and talk nothing. Don't look for me to come and expose nothing. I done with that. I don't have no time for that. That is all you. All they would have voted for that or not voted. All they would deal with that on all their own. I have no comment to make. I have nothing to say. Right? I will be drinking water and minding my business for 5 years, probably in Fort Lauderdale, right? Over that. Not me.
I'll go visit.
Yeah, no problem. Not me at all.
Oh,
I good.
Gosh.
Right. I see me at 7:45. We should go open the light back out. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh gosh, guys, you can call us up 342-081-466-5391. Caller, good morning.
Morning, Dominic, and morning to Bruce.
Morning, Mano, morning.
You know, I never hear nobody talk about the post office building in Siako and how it was acquired by the UNC. I never hear nobody talk about that. How it was acquired to get. We're going to the post, right? Nobody had known nothing about that, and that's all over the place. And who collect money? I think when Mr. Sadiq Bash, let me say, when Mr. Sadiq Bash was Minister of Works and Transport, there was a farm there, a fowl farm, and run the man of the land, tell him, the government go take it from you, right? Take a $45,000 business, and then come and sell it to the government for how much millions? You know, nobody, I never hear nobody talk about that, but it was Sadiq Bash, right? Listen, the among the things that went quiet in the first government in the UNC, the first UNC government, the among the things that they do. People wasn't looking at that, you know. It's when the eyes started to get open in the last thing that they had, the last government that they know they started studying. But among the wrong things that they've been doing all the time. Listen, they don't play Sadiq Bash, you know. And the fellas that he had around him. Morning, Mr. Ramesh Lakshmi Diyal. Good morning, Mr. Conrad Aliam. Good morning, Mr. David Lutchman. Good morning, Mr. What's the name, boy? Oh, Lord, head of maintenance in BWIE. Oh, God, I'm forgetting the name. All of them, let me say, all the equipment that they bought, the BWA bought from Eastern, what they do with those equipment? In those days, nobody talk about that because Conrad Aliam was in charge of BWA at the time. What they do with all this equipment, what they do with the money, we could still lock them up because they're still a set. Millions of dollars of equipment that they sold. Good working equipment that we had in the yard. One man decided to sell it. One, Mr. Rampol, good morning to you. You was the boss there. Good morning. I ain't seen you keep nothing, but you was the boss there. Good morning to all these scamps in Sadiq Batch time. Good morning. Love to everybody. Morning, Mami Sauce. Good morning, Miss Suna Puna. Jackie and Jackie, good morning. Bonnet Gardens and Mount Hope. Always remember, love is the answer. Give somebody something and say nothing about it. They're gone.
Thank you.
Yeah, you know, Bruce, as Mano mentioned, nothing about those different precincts who on boards and so on. I saw the leader of the opposition also griping about the new chairman of NIB, Mr. Ferreira, who happens to be, I don't know if he's the new chairman or something of Furnace, the Furnace Group, which is a big private group that deals with real estate and so on and whatnot, right? And she's talking about all the law states that the person who is appointed the head of the NIB mustn't have government involvement and so on and all that kind of nonsense. And the man is saying, well, there's no conflict of interest. So she's like, well, I had nothing with conflict of interest and whatnot. But I wonder if she remember when she had George Nicholas as the chairman of Caribbean Airlines, right? Talking about fit for purpose. I wonder if she remember after they fired George and they put, what's this guy's name, Mr. Munan. And then they fire Munan from there for whatever reason, but they end up putting him to chair HDC, right? He wasn't fit for Calbo, let's send him to HDC. Bruce, but they need to understand, it is very difficult to get people of Mr. Ferreira's qualifications to serve on state boards, right? A lot of these people who have the background and who would do well to serve, the main reason why they shy away from doing that is for these very same reasons. Because they don't want to have to be the butt of these political attacks from members of the opposition. In addition to which, some of them don't want to have to find themselves in a situation where the Integrity Commission, because once you're on a state board, you are required to complete the Integrity Commission declaration every year. And when it is that you have the opposition who like to go and dig up in people's files and dig up and come and see this, as we saw with Faris Al-Rawi and Dr. Rowley and so on, to see who buy what and who. These people tend to shy away from that. And what the leader of the opposition is doing now, trying to attack Mr. Ferreira, will not augur well for such persons having any confidence in the system to say, well, okay, let me come forward and serve. But they always have an issue with but when, anyway, we will deal with that on another day.
Yeah. Caller, good morning.
Hello.
Morning.
Morning, Bruce Wayne. Morning, Dominic. Enjoying the editorial, Dominic. Yeah, not only that, thank you, Dominic, for reminding people that I remember that there was a lot of business people who serve under the board under the NPP. So I don't know what is the big brouhaha is about. But you know, this country is full of hypocrites in this country, right? Hello, Bruce Wayne. Hello. Yeah, just a couple of days ago, we had a gentleman in Tobago, right, who said that he's going to do an audit from 2019 to 2021. Only remember that when the Auditor General was supposed to come to Tobago to deal with the PSA business, the then PSA leader said, tell the auditor person to come. And remember people saying, well, what's the big fuss about? Right? Now they can have fuss about the auditor thing from 2019 and 2021 in Tobago. How come they're not doing an audit from 2000?
Yeah.
Over London and Kelvin Chatterton. Why 2019 and 2021? Is it because they want to go after Tracy and Ansel Dennis? I'm just asking questions now. And I know I see that I hear they want to have another match for the young girl who they find a couple of days ago, the UNC Women League. An ex-political footballer again. Dominic, like I said, I agree with Dominic, put God out of your thoughts to vote these people back in. People say, we don't in politics, right? All I have the local. I want to see how things turn out in the local government election. If I want to put these people to dominate all the regional corporations in this country, right? I already heard the man say that the one from Tobago, say that he's gonna put his party to contest all the seats. I want to see how that arrangement will work out. Dominic, I'm waiting for your comments. I'm going.
Thank you. Dominic, we have just about a minute before we go to the break. So when we come back, we have some more information for you, and then we're going to continue with your calls, after which we have a little music to play for you.
All right.
The soca nice. So guys, keep it locked to the Street 909 FM. This is your Titans of Democracy. We will be right back.
sugar daddy. I mean, I want somebody to give me anything sweet. I don't like nothing sour. I don't want no sour vibes. I don't want no sour man. I only want it sweet. If you wine it sweet, I want it. If you hug it sweet, baby, I want it. If you kiss it sweet, I want it. Anything that's sweet, I want it. Listen, I don't need your money. I don't need your money. It's only a wine. It's only a wine. It's only a wine. What we say? What we say? What we say? What we say? I don't need your money, honey. I just want your ways. But if you insist on spending on me, I will take it set. Nobody don't know what to say. Only two out here and there. And I said, not said, not said. What we say? Of course you're fine and sweet. Of course you're fine and sweet. What we say? Of course you're fine and sweet. Of course you're fine and sweet. Sugar. Of course you're fine and sweet. What we say? Of course you're fine and sweet. Of course you're fine and sweet. Of course you're fine and sweet. What we say? Sugar daddy. Of course you're fine and sweet. Of course you're fine and sweet. Of course you're fine and sweet. Our mom said daddy.
Simpsons Memorial Limited, number 63 Eastern Main Road, Laventille. Internationally accredited funeral directors and embalmers. A full-service funeral home serving families of Trinidad and Tobago and internationally since 1945. At Simpsons Memorial Limited, we serve with dignity in assisting families in honoring the memory of their loved ones. Our services include professional funeral and pre-planning, burials and cremation, custom-built and imported caskets, conference and cremation trains, cemetery management, limousines, mourners cars, grief counseling, web streaming of funerals, fully air-conditioned chapel with live musical accompaniment, full global shipping and receiving of loved ones. We specialize in facial restorations. Call us anytime, day or night, at 623-8688. That number again is 623-8688. Simpsons Memorial Limited. Superior service, always with excellence.
Take me to the king. I don't have much to bring.
Looking for a safe and relaxed professional massage therapist and nutritionist? Look no further. Nature's Touch with Empress Judy and Associates offers a natural approach to better health. Treat yourself to a professional massage therapy and nutrition advice in a safe and relaxed atmosphere. Rejuvenate your body, mind, and soul at Nature's Touch Therapy. For an appointment, please call or WhatsApp 1-868-398-8282 or visit our Facebook page. Remember, your health is our responsibility at Nature's Touch.
There's a new taste in town. Maracas Bake and Shack at 79 Robert Street in Woodbrook brings you bacon shot, kingfish, fries, shrimp, aloo pies, and delectable sauces to tease your taste buds. Walk in, order with food drop, or get parking lot pickup at 488 Bake or 75 Shot. Need catering? No problem. Call or email tastemaracas@gmail.com. Follow Taste Maracas on social media for all the delicious details. Taste Maracas, the new taste in town. Corner of Roberts and Rosalino Streets. See you soon.
From the studio to the stage, every Friday between 3 to 4 p.m. Right here on the street, 919 FM. Radio you can see. Log on to our Facebook and YouTube so you can see live interviews and performances from some of our very own local superstars. Right here on the street, 919 FM.
The deals are at East Side Plaza.
located at number 32 Charlotte Street in Port of Spain. It's a sale on everything at all stores. Opening hours are from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Everything from food stuff, lunches, pottery, African wear, Christmas gift items, tailor services, hair salon services, and so much more. Everything means everything. Head into Port of Spain and check out East Side Plaza at number 32 Charlotte Street.
Tune into the Street 919 FM this and every Thursday for the program Conscious Talk, where we are at and where we are going with Steve Antoine as regards the land space for the celebration of Emancipation Day every Thursday from 10:25 a.m. to 10:55 a.m. It's Conscious Talk on the Street 919 FM.
Police, good day. Officer Best Price here. Johnny Q Auto Parts Division?
Yes, sir.
I'm here to investigate an assault on batteries.
Excuse me, sir?
Is it true? You have batteries selling for $488?
Yes, Power Master, Optima, Vata, and Megastar batteries.
So I could buy a battery for $488?
Yes, sir. For cars, trucks, and boats. Backed and distributed by Massey Automotive.
Which part?
Right here at Johnny Q Hardware and Auto Parts Division, 15 Arrowbita Avenue, Woodbrook. And our new Johnny Q Superstore, located at Lowlands Mall off Claude Noel Highway in Tobago. You could call 60 Tools.
Alright, thanks, boss. Nah, man. Granny,
do you have $488 to lend me?
Are you ready to experience real luxury? Then it's time to drive in style with the new luxury ride scratch game from NLCB. This is your chance to win one of 3 BMW 2 Series Grand Coupes with 1 year free insurance. You can also win up to $100,000 in cash prizes. Get your new luxury ride ticket at any NLCB lottery center and drive in style with your new luxury ride today. Players must be 18 years and older. Please play responsibly.
Turn your lights down low and listen to the Master's Radio.
The Church of the Firstborn Assembly of number 399 Eastern Main Road, Waiko Sangre Grande, is pleased to present Pastors Morris and Agnes Johnson and guests. Sundays, Tuesdays, and Friday night, Sunday Ministry of Worship, Children Hour, and the Word from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. Tuesdays, see Jesus in every book of the Bible from Genesis to Revelation from 9 p.m. and Friday night, 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. all night prayer for our nation. Tell your neighbors, tell your friends, tell everyone. For further information, visit with us at www.churchofthefirstbornassembly.org or on Facebook. Email us at church668hope@gmail.com or call us at 753-1113 or 236-7271. Your free gifts and offerings will be greatly appreciated at Church of the Firstborn Assembly, account number 795222 at the First Citizens Bank.
Get in touch with God. Turn your radio on.
This is the Street 919 FM COVID-19 updates. In case you missed it, the latest COVID positive cases in TNT as of February 2nd, 2022 stands at new positive cases 660. Total active cases 19,582. Total recovered patients 89,674. Total positive cases for COVID-19 as of March 2020 to present 112,679. Follow the Ministry of Health COVID-19 protocols. Wear your mask, sanitize, social distance, and avoid gatherings. A message from the Street 919 FM.
Share the live. Share the live. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the live. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the live. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the live. The Street 919 FM.
Yo, this is your boy Ziggy Rankin, and right now you're listening to the Titans of Democracy. You don't know. Real talk.
So welcome back on the inside. And as I said before, we have a bit of information for you. There's something for everyone at Lowlands Mall Tobago, where you and your entire family can enjoy a safe and superior shopping experience. All of your favorite stores and service outlets are open and ready for your visit. Plus, don't forget the delicious choices at the food court. All COVID-19 protocols continue to be in place for the safety of all visitors to the mall. And remember, no mask, no entry. Visit Tobago's #1 family destination today, Lowlands Mall Tobago, with comfortable air-conditioned shopping and lots of secure parking. Tell your friends and family Lowlands Mall Tobago is open and ready for your visit. There's a new taste in town. Maracas Bacon Shack at 79 Robert Street in Woodbrook brings to you bacon shark, kingfish, fries, shrimp, aloo pies, and delectable sauces to tease your taste buds. Walk in, order with food drop, or get parking lot pickup at 488 Bake or 75 Shark. Need catering? No problem. You can email us at tastemaracas@gmail.com. Follow Taste Maracas on social media for all delicious details. Taste Maracas, the new taste in town, corner of Robert and Rosalino Streets, Woodbrook. See you soon. Straight from the airport, straight into FET, win flight and accommodation to Miami Carnival, free groceries, or Digicel services for a year. No time like now to celebrate Carnival with Digicel. Buy a Prime bundle or visit digiceltt.com for more ways to win. Digicel, better together this Carnival. Shop now at New City Mall and check out our premium selection of high-quality clothing and accessories for men and women. Save on all items with competitive prices and courteous service throughout the entire mall. New City Mall is located in the heart of Port of Spain with entrances on 3 Charlotte Street and 41 Independence Square. New City Mall. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram. Our opening hours are from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. daily. Join Pastor Kelvin Harry Narayan and friends for the Way, the Truth, the Life radio program, Radio Ministry, a Church of Live Ministry, live on the street 909 FM, every Sunday from 6:05 p.m. to 7 p.m. For further information, you can contact 686-3845 or 349-5178, or you can also call 342-7303. At Value Optical, any day of the week is a great day to get better vision. Whether you're 18 or 80, we have just the right solution to your eye care need. Ask about everyday in-store bundles like our Young Star and the Young at Heart offers that provide eyeglasses that fit your prescription and wallet. You can get complete eyeglasses from as low as $695. The latest technologies with fast 2-day delivery available only at Value Optical. Expert care for your eyes. Join Dr. Livette right here on the street 909 FM every Friday afternoon from 5:05 p.m. to 5:35 p.m. for your dose of health and wellness in a program that's sure to change your life. Popular for promoting Livette rather than diet, Dr. Livette has transformed a number of lives nationwide. Tune in and also learn about the U-Juice to build your immunities and promote overall great health. Dr. Livette on the street 919 FM every Friday from 5:05 p.m. to 5:35 p.m. It's time that you live. For more information, you can call 638-9437. And the deals are at Eastside Plaza, located at number 32 Charlotte Street in Port of Spain. It's a sale on everything at all stores at Eastside Plaza. Our opening hours are from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. daily. Head into Port of Spain. Check out Eastside Plaza, number 32 Charlotte Street in Port of Spain. For all your hardware, building materials, auto parts, small tool rentals, pets and pet supplies, gravel and sand, don't forget PowerMaster, Optima, Vata and Megastar batteries starting from $488. And it's all at Johnny Q, number 15 Arpita Avenue, Woodbrook, and our new Johnny Q Superstore in Lowlands Mall, Tobago, off Claude Noel Highway. Just call 632s. And you can tune in to the Street 919 FM every Thursday from 10:05 a.m. to 10:20 a.m. for the program Straight and Narrow, the Way of Life. The Health Store being brought to you by Mrs. Arlene Collins Mohammed. For more information, check us out on Facebook or Instagram at Street and Narrow, or visit our website at www.opulenc.com/Arlene for Life. You can also call or WhatsApp us at 309-4697 or 620-9379. Yes, Dominic.
Yes, sir.
Yes, so we open back up the lines.
Yeah, man.
So, guys, you can call us up. The lines are open. 342-0081, 466-5391. Caller, good morning.
Good morning, Father, Mr. Bruce.
Morning.
Good morning, sir.
Morning, morning.
Morning, Mr. Dominic. Lady Sharon River, you are good morning. Boy, I listen to always listen to the program, and you know what amazed me? We had this job in Coke in water tank. Remember them days?
Yes.
And up to today, not an investigation, boy. I mean, what we reached to, boy? What we reached to? I remember them fellas went up by the tank of Lavanti up there. Some of the same fellas who talking on TV now and asking questions. And they was distributing thing up there, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? A man went in Woodford Square to Legoa S, and they stopped him from talking. A certain TV host now who on one of these radio channels, a Negro fella, telling me about bothering with that topic. He ain't bothering to view that and to let the public hear that at all, and he cut it out. You understand what I'm saying about this place? So we have a lot of things going on in this place from way back when that never reached in our courthouse, but officers and things were involved in it. They know about it. And we can't get justice. We can't get justice through that system at all. I have to beg United Nations or somebody to come in and help us in this country. Too many people getting away with nonsense. You understand what I'm saying, boy, Bruce, boy?
Yeah.
Because it is a painful thing for a senior citizen to sit down and see things like this happening. And people walking away and talking. We have cases right now. And they still lingering, hanging all in the air. The justice system can't bring it forward. And but if a fella keeps 6 coconut, you hear tomorrow morning he makes 6 months. And Bruce, there are so many things I could still come and talk about, boy. But it does overwhelm me, so that I have to make a short contribution, say good morning to everybody to Trinidad and Tobago, and let me pray to God to send help to help our justice system in Trinidad and Tobago. Have a nice day, fellas.
You too.
Have a nice day.
Take care, man. Bless. Caller, good morning.
Hey, morning, Bruce. Morning, Dominic.
Morning.
And Charo, morning. Yeah. Boy, as for that gentleman knows that the thing there. The problem, I just always say that the Law Association ain't really pulling their weight at all. The Law Association is very quiet and very selective in the things that they want to talk about. The justice system need overhauling. And when I actually tried it, when you're trying it, all kind of things start coming out. They start to dig up the man's private life and start to put things out there. And they try all also stuff in, because what he was trying to do is to remove certain things like preliminary inquiry and, to speed up the cases, because there's a lot of high-profile cases that shelved there. Up to now, we haven't get the same 2 gentlemen, Nation Steve, to get them to justice. Their partners went to justice, and they did a time and come back out, and it's about 20 years. So when Dr. Early tried to fix things and things, they pin all kind of thing on him, but I don't think not much they could say about him again, because they said a lot of nasty things about Dr. Early for we not to vote for him, for people to hate him, and they're still doing it. But I don't think that they have anything worse again to see about them. They use up all the ammunition they get at them early, which fail. So all it is a set of nonsense. Because I look at Mr. Griffith. When I saw Mr. Griffith went and do what he has to do with Marlene McDonald, I said, right, we have a man who's going to do the job and get it done. Because he was saying he was put there to do a job and he's doing the job. Right? It was only about $150,000 which was given to an NGO. But here what? You have over $400 million in racketeering in EMBD. Minister name calling. Minister called for checks to go thing and the government had to sue. Where's the police commissioner Vigo and that Vim to go after these people? But then you see them lining together. Okay. So you want the people and everything. And then before I go, I want to agree with you. I used to be against it, talking about, oh gosh, boy, this government, you want to keep a carnival and this and that, because I did not understand. Thanks for you all, guys, for helping me understand, and then I listen to Mr. Gypsy, what he has been saying, because a lot of people think that, it could be a wine and jam carnival Monday and Tuesday parading on the road and all kind of things. It's not that. You have to water it down, because there are a lot of stakeholders in the carnival. Carnival generates business, and a lot of business. Because, Bruce, you have your contracts for Carnival Monday, Tuesday, and certain type of carnival that you would usually get every year. For 2 years now, you haven't gotten that. You have things that you have to do. You have been depending on that money to do other things, to get this thing done. I'm sure you have loans, because like everybody, you have loans on those things. Now, when I look at it as one aspect of it, and say no to carnival and none, shouldn't have none, without even giving it a thought, I am being really biased, because I need to give it a thought. Because the government has understand, because the science has shown us that when we thought this COVID would have blown away after about a year or two or so, it's not. So we're going to have to live with it. But the program must be that everybody must be vaccinated. And there's still going to be people getting COVID. There's still going to be people who's going to die, but not in the mass amount as what is happening and what will happen if we don't manage it. Thank you very much.
Yeah, man, bless. Caller, good morning.
Good morning to you, Bruce, and good morning to you, Dominic.
Hey, Kingsley.
Morning, sir.
Yeah, man. I really talk with conversation about what the MCC bill and the government bill. And my only problem is that I believe that vaccinated people could mix and meddle with each other. As I observe many carnivals take place in the last few months, and when I watch on certain pages, on soca artist page from this country, how there was in Miami, Brooklyn, Florida, all over the country, all over the world, having a good time. IWER, George Foreman, Napi, Kess, Bunchy Guy, and Fian Lalin. And we know last year, about 2 months, IWER, George was out of the country, fetting like fet after fet. And as I observe and I tell everybody, go on these people's page who I call. Look back about 2 to 3 months ago, and you're going to see vaccinated people hug up together, dancing together, and doing what carnival is about. Because if you're vaccinated and I'm vaccinated, why are you trying to keep me away from you? I do not support that. I cannot support that. Because what message we are sending to the unvaccinated people? Because the unvaccinated people are already done already. If it's vaccinated, they can still get the virus. What all we know? So they're having a hiccup by the knowing that if they get vaccinated, they will still get the virus. And not by having this kind of concert and this kind of show and separating the vaccinated people together. You know what I say? The vaccine is good, the vaccine working. So we sending a bad message to vaccinated. We are sending a bad message to the unvaccinated people and them. And if you want to encourage people to get vaccinated, we cannot have a whole set of people vaccinated and still keeping them apart. You know what I mean? Because to me, Bruce and Dominic, I believe somebody who vaccinated will be more careful than the person who unvaccinated. Because a person who wants unvaccinated is to save himself and to protect himself and to protect his family life. Okay, so that's my belief. I believe that the people who vaccinated is being more safe. Yes, it might have some. We were once saying, "Well, I vaccinated and I could do what." No, it is not because they vaccinated. They could do what they want. You have to stay from the people them who aren't vaccinated, because these people who aren't vaccinated could give you the virus. But if you vaccinated and next person vaccinated and both of it keeping away from certain elements, it will be no problem. So my only problem with this is keeping the vaccinated people still 6 feet away from each other, and I do not like it. I look forward today or Saturday to hear what this 2 days was about. This 2 days retreat in the Prime Minister residence around there by St. Anne's. I see many of them went in the meeting. And what I observed with that video, while they was going into the meeting, there's a table outside where each and every single senator or MP rests down the device on the table. So I know that meeting was a M and a F and get it right and wherever. So I look forward to see what fruit come out on that 2 days retreat. Because today we know after 6 years we know certain pegs in the wrong hole. And we will like the Prime Minister to adjust certain pegs who in the wrong hole. So again, I look forward either this evening in the cabinet after the cabinet meeting, or Saturday, as we always do, to hear what takes place. So again, I call on NCC chairman, also on the government, to go around the table about this separating vaccinated people 6 feet apart. I do not support it. And I look forward to hear what the Prime Minister has to say in the next hours or the next 48 hours to come. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Caller, good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning, Dominic.
Morning.
Dominic, I don't believe people really recognize who you are. And people don't really thank. If saying thanks is just not enough. Just so. Dominic, you are amazing. You're a man of truth. You're a man of honor. You take delight in making things clear for people. These things that you remember flow from you so easy, like a river flowing. That's because you're a man of God. You're a man of God. You delight in what is truthful. And you wake us up all. You convert people. Hello?
Yes.
I'm breaking up?
No, go ahead.
No, we are you.
Dominic, I just want to not just say thank you, but tell you how amazing you are. And for a man to like truth so much, like buckle around your waist, and righteousness as a breastplate, and wisdom head, something on your head, crown of something. But I just want to tell you, after Christ, you are the man to bring truth to us. And you do it so well and so easy. You take delight in it to shine up the evil, to make us see that PNM people like you are, not everybody is the same, but PNM people really, really wants what is good and righteous, and we stand for that.
Yes.
And I give you thanks for enlightening those of us who wasn't taking time to read and understand. And thanks for everything. And also, I'm the person who was supposed to call, but it's all right. You don't have to call me. Just take some message off the air for me. Just a moment off the air. What I have to say. Thank you, Dominic.
You're welcome.
Caller, good morning.
Morning, gentlemen, again.
Morning.
Dominic, you see how that lady see us? That is how I saw you when I heard what you said earlier on. That is the respect. I want to tell you, my financial guru, you know.
Yes.
Because we need to remember. Because imagine this. After Basdeo Pandey, and they come and give us, I have our 2 men make the jail, Gutierrez and whoever, make the jail in Miami for the airport scandal. After so long, these people come and give me Section 34 to try to free. You realize now they don't talk about all and Privat because they give me a man named Mamu, jump on a plane and go into a country. I tell him he have a ticket. UNC, Panama. UNC, Miami. PNM, Panama. PNM when he jumped to a country where he had no experience. Nobody don't talk about it. You remember, what was her name? Lendira Udet?
Lendira Udet, yes.
What she told us. I wonder where are all these people. The media can't find them no more to ask her. Damn, you remember you went on a platform and told us about people putting walls and money. Could you tell us who you think these people are or who they were? The media don't find these people no more. All of a sudden, according to a saying I heard you said, and there is a statement, they was working. They was thieving, but they was working. So that is the logic now. Instead of we work, because I tell them, the nuts man going to benefit, the doubles man going to benefit, the welder in the pan tent is going to benefit. And the corn soup man is going to benefit, the taxi driver is going to benefit. It is that 30 million, and the minister, I find he sound like a fool to come out and tell me it ain't 30 million yet. 30 million. The lotto was 9 million just that it ain't that so?
Yes.
So 30 million is nothing. And that 30 million is going to generate some level of economic movements among the smaller class of the population. The smallest man is going to bet, because they were going on. When that happens, I'm going to drink a beer. Even the man who was selling bottle, when I rest down the bottle, he go get something. Well, enjoy, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you. But Bruce, I would also add to that. I mean, right now in a lot of places around the world where people would usually come to Trinidad for Carnival, they have snowing, right? And I know there are a lot of Chinese who live abroad in places that snow. Good morning, Teresa Conliffe, who are now here because of the snow and so on. And the people are here, they're probably going to be here for a couple of months. People looking from Britain and so on who are looking for places to go around this time of year. Obviously, they're going to go with places where there are things for them to see and participate in. You don't want to just go and you sit down in a hotel all day or you go with your family members and you're not to do. You go to the beach once or twice and that's about it. Right? And this is opportunity to attract these people. Some of them may come for the very first time. They have never tasted Carnival before, perhaps because they recently retired. They didn't have the time before and now. But I mean, it's not Carnival in the truest sense, but a sample of something that they could go back and say, well, if this was just a taste, well, I want to see what the real thing is. Right? But we complain about 25 to 30 million and tell us all the different things that you could spend that money on, as is usually the case. But 50-something million, $53 million spent on rent for a building in Baratow that we can't find. Right? And you all have no issues with that, but all gripe in Paris get 21 million for 3 years. We paid 53 million for 3.5, never used, and we still can't find the building. That's okay, we will put them back, right? And just add to that, all of the people, prime real estate in Chagaramas that was given away. One man get for land for $1 a year for 30 years to lease back the car park for $965,000 a month to the CDA. They bulldozed the arable farmlands in Quav Road, bulldozed the people crops that was ready to be reaped so that they could give 4 acres a month to 4 acres of land at 1%. That's all they're griping about today. Give that same person 34 acres of land at $35 or $3,800 a month rent when the valuation said it should have been $500,000. They destroy the mega farms that Mr. Manning set up to boost agriculture in the country, to boost not just for local consumption but also to export. Because you say the state shouldn't be competing with the private sector, so you shut down the mega farms and they give 100 acres to a man, say he go in and export onions. And when done, he pay a portion of it to whole carnival feds. Right? Now, Badarat want to be talking about assets and TSTT's assets of the people of Trinidad and Tobago. So all that land down in Chaguaramas, that wasn't the assets of the people of Trinidad and Tobago when they block up Shadville Beach so that people couldn't go and use the beach. The Chaguaramas Convention Center that they had leased out or sold or something for some $10 million or so. Well, if I get all of these things, that whole peninsula down there, remember they wanted to spend $10 billion to build a causeway from Chaguaramas to Port of Spain? Well, if I get that. But when this government now wanted to do other projects and so on, everything is vanity projects and how much millions they want to spend. But go ahead.
Always a vanity.
Yeah, anything the PNM bill is vanity projects. But everything the UNC do is good. They do. They thief, but they do. Right. In the United States, where you have roads that paved how much donkey years now and still going good. But in this country, roads that paved in 2015, today, look at the state of it. Why? Ask for less of that before you want to blame that in 6 years, a road that should have lasted probably 20 years. We have people always talking about the roads down in Chaguaramas that the Americans had built Bruce and paved. And the road's still good. Yeah. And how long the Americans leave? 2015 road paved. And today, they're in the state of disrepair that it is, but we're not going to hold the candle or pull the fire to the feet of the contractors who, it has been said, by industry professionals, doing slipshod work, shoddy work, just to ensure that they continue to get contracts every 3 years or every 5 years and cheaper. We're not gonna do it to ensure that they do what they have to do.
Nah.
Blame the government. Go ahead. Well, I leave the bread the devil needs. Not me, no, Bruce. I got.
Oh gosh. I'm gonna take our call here. Caller, good morning.
Good morning, Bruce and Dominic.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. Dominic, I'm glad that you are highlighting the ills of those so-called good citizens, those who want to run this country and object to all that is good for the citizens. But I want to talk about the spending of the Trinidad and Tobago dollars. You know, and they talk about festivals. This Carnival Festival is about tourism and the Festival of Trinidad and Tobago citizens, everybody. But when you have certain festivals, religious festivals, and one group divides their group into about 10, 20, 30, so that the government will now have to distribute money to these different religious groups. Nobody see anything in that, and it's only for one group of people, right? And you have just explained how the citizen is benefiting the entrepreneurs, the rising entrepreneurs, the artists, people who will progress after the National Carnival Festival of Trinidad and Tobago. And if you look at how the Chinese have taken our carnival, everything from our carnival, and they're doing so much with it for their people, right? And exporting it all over. And you want to come and put it as a political thing and saying it's PNM thing or African thing. This is racism. Pure racism. Have a pleasant day, everybody.
Take care.
Bruce, I saw this guy did a little parody. What's his name? Rambongshan, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, he's doing his little cartoon thing. So he has one with him and Gypsy doing a extempo shootout, and he's singing, telling Gypsy about how he planned the thing properly and all kind of thing. Obviously, for finance, self-made, right? But he's lamenting the fact that perhaps those artists are not featured in the whole carnival thing because you've not heard much about the soca element, right?
Mm-hmm.
But notwithstanding that fact, we have the soca movement taking place. I didn't hear the government give any money to Southex to run that, right? So Southex probably got their own sponsorship, whoever it is. And I would ask the question, why can't the promoters of the Soca Monarch do the same thing? Because you have usually, and Playway, NLCB used to sponsor something, B-Mobile, Digicel, or whoever. Did anybody think, well, let me see what we could do on a smaller scale, as in case maybe since we already had nothing last year, and approach some of these private sector companies to see what they could do? Because this would be the best year to do that, seeing as how, and nobody have normal carnival. You have a whole set of different companies and different tech promoters always going to all of these people asking them for sponsorship and so on. But if you don't have that this year because you don't have the events, so it means that they have that budget set aside, but the number of people who would normally come to us, not coming to us because they're not having any whatsoever. So it should have been very easy this year for you to approach them and have something on a small scale. You have venues where you could have it the same way that they have in the Mashkra, the same way they have in Calypso Fiesta in the Naparima Bowl. You could have used Napa, you could have used Sapa and have something.
True.
But no, government.
As I say, what we go do? What we go do?
Mm-hmm.
What we go do? Caller, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Dominic.
Morning.
I just want to remind Dominic about the rapid rail village scrap. We surely need in the country the rapid rail.
Thanks, man. Yeah. So, guys, is what? 20 to the hour. Take another phone call here. Caller, good morning.
Hey, morning, Bruce and Dominic again.
Yeah, man.
Bruce and Dominic, I hear some people saying that Carnival is wasting money in putting it in the Carnival. But Carnival is a revenue-generating business. Because when you look at it, you look at the stakeholders of Carnival, which is like the masqueraders, the band leaders, the artists, the whole thing, you know, all these people. When the government put money into funding certain shows and certain aspects of that Carnival, then you have the business class and them now coming and they're telling you their products are the hard alcohol and the beers and the material to make costumes and the food and company and the food companies. So when these people generate a lot of sales around Carnival time, at the end of the month, they have to go down to Inland Revenue and pay taxes. You pay as you earn your PAYE based on your sales for the month. So the government actually gets back money. Plus, it generates tourism. A lot of people come here to experience our carnival and they come with a foreign currency. So when people say that they're wasting money in carnival and they don't understand the economics of it, it's viable because Trinidad itself, and just putting Tobago out of it because Tobago still have these nice beaches and hotels and those things that our tourists will leave to come and experience. But outside of Carnival, who's coming here to, to have a holiday to experience things like that? It's very little. It's very little. So that's the only aspect that we can rival with places like Antigua and all these other countries where you have the Butch Stewart hotels and they're giving you experience with the theme park and all these other things. So with Carnival, I mean, the government have postponed it for 2 years, and I say if life goes on, we have to live with COVID and whatever. So you had to try something. It didn't try big. Somebody put a proposal that it could work with the science, so they do it. And I want to tell Kingsley, see, I hear him talking about, we think people about it, but it's a matter of science, If it don't make sense, you can't go and say that, discriminating against the unvaccinated and all that other thing. At the end of the day, it's a pandemic, and the government now have to apply the science to it. It's not like they hate anybody and they don't like the unvaccinated and they love the thing. It's not about that. It's about controlling a pandemic that is killing millions of people worldwide. Thank you.
Thank you. Caller, good morning.
Good morning, Bruce and Dominic. Dominic?
Morning.
The drug what the Chinese with is named ketamine. I see it on that is the name of the drug. It's on the papers. Okay?
All right. So this is the time when I give you some of that wonderful new soca.
What she want, DJ Spy, she wants to jump, she wants to wine on the kankale. She wants to kankalanka right there. She says she kankalanka one way.
As you know, every morning around this time, we get a little to the new soca, you know.
As if that goes my way, every move she.
So when you never to know, in between the shows that you may go to, you'll hear some of these soca playing. Familiarize yourself with it. Yeah. there will be, you know, they say no, they have rules for the champagne room. Yeah, there will be no fraternizing in the pods. Okay? Set the girl, nice little girl, 2-3 chair in the pod, sit down, paddle table, you and your crew, and you rock back and you enjoy the proceedings. Don't do like my boy in the yellow suit. I am sure everybody saw we boy in the yellow suit.
She said she kankalanka one way. Girl, it's you, my treasure, it's you, my tomorrow starts today. All original, I'm the man you've been waiting for. Yes, the kankale. Much more beautiful, sharing our life together. Right here, you're meant to be. Later, kankale. She whispered, I start to push. She whispered, no, I start to chew, and then she whine and bend. And give me the look, I hook on the girl. Can't set me free. She whispered, I start to push. She whispered, no, I start to chew, and then she whine and bend. And give me the look, I hook on the girl. Beautiful lady, what's the scene, yeah? Girl, you mean, yeah? The way you move, yeah. The way you whine and you grind and you bubble and go down. The way you whine, yeah. Girl, you fine, yeah. You move in time, yeah. The way you whine and you grind and you bubble and go down, yeah. Down little bit, whine 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 and go down, yeah.
Dominic, this is Karen Ashe, you know. Yeah, boy.
Karen crossover?
Yeah, boy, this Karen Ashe tune sweet.
Very nice, very nice. Nobody watching me, so we go jam on me, want to jam on me, want to jam. What happened in this room? It's staying between us. So long time I have plans for you. So what you say, things are about to get steamy. Private show, but I ain't no TV. Make your wish, boy, I'll be your genie. All that you want is yours. Nobody watching me, so we go jam on me, want to jam. Jam on me, want to jam.
Can't style with it. Look at the trees, so we order. Open your eyes and see it. Any part of the party we did. Ride it. We are very important people. Oh. Nobody care about style on way. No way, no. They can't style on me, cause I'm okay. Always. They can't style on me, cause I'm always. Every part of the world is the way we are. The IP we very important. The IP we very important. The IP we very important.
feel good weekend. Pocket extended like a tree stem. Put on my new shirts, roll up the jeans them. Grab on my new shoes, pick up the keys them. Through the car so clean down to the wheels them. Reflection see me on the back cheese man. The girl them see me and me I go please them. Work hard like a dog, it's time to meet friends. Man, I'm on my way on the radio play. Fines flow from the DJ. Make me imagine them girl them a bubble and sway. Lord me up the bubble same way. Yes, it's a Friday night, everybody get paid. Champagne fly and spray. Oh yeah, oh yes I'm on my way. Oh Lord I'm on my way. Well everybody say thank God. It's another Friday evening. So come everybody say yeah. It's another Friday. I say thank God. It's another Friday evening. So come everybody say yeah. It's another Friday. Oh na na na. Give me the island breeze, cool them vibes. Coconut jelly, peas and rice. House and land, and we sharp like a knife. Green in abundance, real love around me, yeah. You want to know where we coming from? Soca, look for me, yeah. If you're willing to have some fun, I could keep you company. Move that way, come girl, blunder right by me. Squeeze that tight, make it trip down me. Neighbor, oh, yes, you kindly. Miss Jolie, know your mango sweet, so Jolie, know your mango sweet. Tell me how it ripe and sweet, so Jolie, know your mango sweet. It's been a while, yeah. Jolie, know your mango sweet. Since we built a vibe, yeah. Oh yeah, hey, yo, so let me build it. Girl grind fine like chili baby. Real things start, I no time for no gimmicks. Good vibes only, keep that around me, keep that around me. Let me build it. Move that waist one time skillfully. Girl, you know you look so fine naturally. Real vibes only, keep that around me. Watch how the vibes them sweet, cool and nice. Whole thing set up, peace on my mind. Roll that thing and now we take flight. Trees in abundance, see it all around me, yeah. So let we jam with the heart and love. All our we is family, yeah. It's all long on the ground, girl. You know that this is the season, baby. See that it? Nothing sweeter, girl, know it. Don't throw stone, girl, I go pick. Neighbor, oh, he ask you kindly. Miss Jolene, Jolene. Tell me how it ripe and sweet, so it's been a while, yeah. Oh yeah, when you're giving up, yeah. Oh yeah, so let me build it. Girl grind fine like chili baby. Real things start, I no time for no gimmicks. Good vibes only, keep that around me, keep that around me. Let me build it. Move that waist one time skillfully. Tell them how you look so fine naturally. Real vibes only, keep that around me, keep that around me. Soca. Tell them it's no freestyle, it's a Trini style. Feel that the mother, them a madder than we style. Y'all me the rhythm and a bubble and a rewind. Okay, right now the rhythm in my head. You fast, y'all watch jumping on my bed. You fast, under me trees and the meds. You fast, she was separate the legs. You fast, pick up the ball and a natty dread. You fast, pick up the darkie and every red. You fast, everyone who sit in the tray. You fast, pick up everybody on the edge. You fast, cause when we roll out, they say forward them one. You done bad, she the white easy, she want me go hard. They can't touch your standard, you over. Cause when we roll out, they say forward them one. You done bad, she the white easy, she want me go hard.
So guys, as we get ready to get on out of here,
when they call me, they talk about every rule. I feel that they...
Mr. Romain.
Yes, sir.
I think I will come to see you on Sunday, please God.
All right, no problem.
Yes, I have a little project going on home there that nearing end, so
okay.
I'll pass and check here Sunday, please God. But
all right.
You just come in here for 10?
11.
11, okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right, so guys, that's all the time we have for today. As usual, it's a pleasure being in your company. It's a pleasure having you in ours. So we'll be back tomorrow morning, please God, with the lovely Miss Sharon Felix, and Dominic will be here with you on Sunday, please God. So, as we say, Dominic,
ciao.
Talk to you guys tomorrow, please God.
Hey, Sean, you're mad. As a danger. I don't want to leave it up. I's the trunk, she's a sailor. I's the pain, she's a healer. I's the pain, she's a sealer. Everything match.
Every time you hear me say, I don't want to go, don't want to go. I don't want to go, don't want to go. You see, I want to be there. Said I want to be there. I need you in my life, yeah. Boy, I wanna give you this thing properly all night. Action start from the time that I see you on sight, and you'll be everything that I want in my dream world, and I'll be everything that you want from your dream girl. I wanna be and love it, love it, love it, because you know that I love it, I love it, I love it. I wanna be and love it, love it, love it, and that is why I stay every day. Every time you hear me say, I don't want to go, don't want to go. I don't want to go, don't want to go. I don't want to go, don't want to go. I don't want to go, don't want to go. You see, I want to be there. Said I want to be there. I need you in my life, yeah.
So heavenly, yeah. Baby, I can't let go. Cause you're beautiful. Whoa, quality is so suitable. Whoa, yeah, you make me feel heavenly. You're doing things that I just can't forget, so I gonna call you the woman of the year. Woman of the year. Woman of the, woman of the. I wanna call you the woman of the year. Woman of the year. Baby, you're not perfect, but I want you to stay the way you is. I want you to stay the way you is. I want you to stay the way you is. I will love you just the way you is. Cause you was born to win, you was born to sin. You was born to bust pretty smile and grin. You was born a queen, so you need a